15-year-old Amina lived in a peaceful village surrounded by rolling hills and wide-open fields. She was a bright and hard-working girl who had enjoyed a happy life with her parents. However, her world was turned upside down when her parents died in a tragic accident, leaving her in the care of her aunt, Aunt Fatima. Fatima was well known in the village, but not for good reasons. She was a strict and cold-hearted woman, more interested in her own comfort than in the well-being of others. Amina hoped for compassion, but instead, she found herself treated as little more than a servant. Life under Aunt Fatima. From the moment Amina moved into Aunt Fatima's house, her life became a series of endless chores. She was expected to wake up before sunrise, fetch water from the well, clean the house, and prepare meals. Any mistake led to harsh scoldings, and sometimes even punishment. Fatima had 2 sons, Yusuf and Ibrahim, who were older than Amina. They sympathized with her plight and often tried to help her with her tasks or slip her food when their mother wasn't watching. However, they too feared Fatima's wrath and could do little to truly protect her. Despite the hardships, Amina held on to her parents' teachings. Her mother had always told her, "Be strong, my daughter. Even the hardest storms pass, and the sun shines again." Fatima's plan. One day, Fatima heard about a wealthy merchant passing through the village. The merchant was offering money to families willing to send their daughters to the city to work as maids in his large household. Fatima saw an opportunity to rid herself of Amina while making a profit. She wasted no time calling Amina into the house. "You'll leave with the merchant tomorrow," Fatima said firmly. "He will take you to the city where you can work and earn your keep. It's time you stopped being a burden to me." Amina felt her heart sink. She had heard terrible stories about young girls sent to the city, many of whom never returned. "But Aunt Fatima," Amina pleaded, "I don't want to leave. I'll work harder here. Please don't send me away." Fatima's face darkened. "Don't argue with me. This is not a request." Seeking help, that night, unable to sleep, Amina decided to seek help from her only friends, Yusuf and Ibrahim. "She can't do this to you," Yusuf said angrily when Amina told them about Fatima's plan. "We have to find a way to stop her," Ibrahim added. The brothers suggested going to Mama Aisha, an elderly woman in the village who was known for her wisdom and deep respect for tradition. Early the next morning, the 3 of them snuck out of the house and made their way to Mama Aisha's home, a wise woman's guidance. Mama Aisha welcomed the children into her home and listened carefully to Amina's story. Her kind eyes sparkled with determination. "Child," she said, placing a hand on Amina's shoulder, "you are not alone. The community will stand with you, and the ancestors will guide us." Mama Aisha called for a meeting of the elders that very day. She explained Fatima's plan and urged the village to intervene. The elders, angered by Fatima's cruelty, agreed to take action. The confrontation. The next morning, when the merchant arrived, Fatima led Amina to the village square. The merchant, a tall man with a calculating look, inspected Amina like she was a piece of property. "She's young and strong," Fatima said confidently. "You'll find her very useful in your household." Before the merchant could respond, Mama Aisha appeared with several elders and villagers. Yusuf and Ibrahim were among them, standing protectively near Amina. "Stop this at once, Fatima," Mama Aisha said, her voice strong and clear. "You have no right to sell this child's future for your own gain." Fatima scowled. "She is my responsibility. I can decide what's best for her." "You have failed in that responsibility," one of the elders said firmly. "From this day forward, Amina will no longer live under your roof." The villagers murmured in agreement. Many of them had long been aware of Fatima's cruelty and were glad to see her confronted. The merchant, sensing trouble, quickly left the square, muttering about finding workers elsewhere. A new home for Amina. Fatima, humiliated and angry, returned to her home alone. The elders decided that Amina would stay with Mama Aisha, who offered to care for her as if she were her own granddaughter. Under Mama Aisha's guidance, Amina began to rebuild her life. She learned traditional skills like weaving and gardening and found joy in helping others in the community. Over time, she became known for her kindness and wisdom. Yusuf and Ibrahim remained close friends to Amina, often visiting her and ensuring she was happy and safe. Conclusion. Years later, Amina became a respected figure in the village, known for her strength and resilience. She often shared her story with young girls, encouraging them to stand up for themselves and trust.